That place is empty. Racetrack, Dead Valley, with Dr. Brown.
I'm here
Yep.
at the racetrack at the grandstand. Called the grandstand because you can walk into the rocks and get a view of the entire racetrack. Grandstand.
Thanks for bringing us here.
We're here.
It's a lovely day, no cloud. And Kim is currently planning the night with photo pills.
So we will sit like...
And location scouting for tonight. It's kind of obvious, right? Going up, down, up. Kim in the center. Maybe tomorrow morning, I'm not sure. Now the sun is going to set this direction, giving light on the face. And sometimes we don't like that kind of light, so we might use it tomorrow
That's where the moon will be.
morning. Four people, one day.
This is nothing. Thanks.
What are we doing here anywhere?
Eric, I have brought you to one of my favorite places on the planet. This is the
Are we even on the planet?
Yeah.
It's not that clear. When I look around,
It's no.
we might be somewhere else.
That's the very why I'm here. It is so unusual. It is special. And many people just come to the racetrack here in the middle of the day, like now. And boring. The racetrack is all about the sunrise and the sunset, and many people don't see that. That is the best part about this place. The light coming over the hill here from Las Vegas, and then the shadow it casts across the Playa in the morning, and then tonight for the sunset.
Wait a minute. The glow we see is from Vegas?
It is!
The glow we see from the Mesquite Sand Dunes
Yes,
is from Vegas.
unfortunately.
Is that Furnace Creek? Is that Shoshan? No, it's Vegas.
It's Vegas.
Wow! But we're far from Vegas.
No, we're not. There's a beautiful glow, and we will see that beautiful glow both in the evening tonight and tomorrow morning. And there's that beautiful hour, that blue hour this evening, which is incredible. And then tomorrow morning, as we wake up, and you'll wake up to the silhouette of the mountains and the glow. That's what makes this place special. But tonight, what are we doing tonight?
Light painting?
Light painting.
Are you surprised? Maybe not. But that guy is good doing light painting too.
I'm light painting with a phone. I am here. What am I doing? I'm here to take night photography. There's something nice about night photographs. That's
But you focus on doing night photography on a smartphone. That's your
Yes,
thing
that's
these
my
days.
thing.
And it's been there for a while because we worked with you in 2015, like 4 years ago, and you were already taking pictures of us doing night painting using your smartphone. What was that back then? An iPhone?
at that time, that was a Huawei. At that time, it was early, early Huawei.
Okay.
And I use Photoshop. I will use Photoshop to alter an image to make it look better.
I need to tell about that because I try to. There's something about like people get mad when they know that you use Photoshop.
Yeah.
And I've been clear about that for the few past years that I use Photoshop for color grading and I remove a few things in and here and there. I don't use it as much as I used to, but I come from that world way before taking my first picture. I was doing Photoshop every day. That was my life. In fact, I started even before Photoshop was born. But it's been part of my life for so long. And now I spend more time outdoors, less in front of the computer, so I don't use it as much. But I totally agree. Like it's fine. You can do whatever you want with your picture, especially in your case, which is bringing me to the point that you're working at Adobe, and you're one of the first
founders. That's a good word. Founder and creator of Photoshop.
Yeah,
no.
I saw a screenshot of, I think it was Photoshop 1 or
Yes,
2,
there's
and
my
there are
name.
4 names.
That's
and
right. One of them is me. I'm there because of Thomas Knoll. Thomas, they're putting together the first splash screen and Thomas graciously decided that I should be on the splash screen because I made maybe 1 or 2 suggestions that he liked.
Okay.
And it's the truth. And so I was at the right place at the right time and with the right people. And so I get the award for being at the right place at the right time. But I was pretty busy back then in evangelizing. I was, I guess, the first Photoshop evangelist. And so I'm out. People are not using Photoshop. People are still using film. And they're going, get away from me with that Photoshop stuff. It's too low resolution and the cameras aren't there. And Photoshop, that's not film,
Wow.
And so those were the days. But I'm out there telling people about it. I don't know where that was going, but I think it just points out the fact that sometimes you see a new technology and it scares you a little bit, but then you can find out later that it's going to be the future. It's going to be where things are going.
Like, one of the reasons why we're here
Yes.
is because you've been a big part of our career.
Oh.
I can say that because I don't even know if we would be here at that point. Probably because I was already traveling, but it became very big, and you're part of this because when I did my first projects in 360 and light painting, I really wanted to make something bigger than my little life in Montreal back then. I had that expectation to do something like much bigger, to reach more people. And so when my video light spin got semi-viral, I was like, I'm in the right direction. I was super happy about that. And then I received an email from this guy.
Oh, I didn't call you. I emailed. Okay.
Yeah, so you emailed me, and the title of the email was Light Spin is Great.
It was.
It was cool. And you you sent me an email, and you gave me an Adobe license for 1 year. And sort of, that's cute,
That was a
but
business reasons.
that's cute, but I want more. I wanted to work with Adobe.
That's cute. I want more.
So and then you called me.
Yes.
Then you called me, and
You know it's serious when I call. It's serious. I want something now.
Yeah, because like it was making sense to work with Adobe because Lightroom came up really at the right time. Just it started to become a real product when I needed it, because I needed to edit a batch of pictures. Like I took, I think, 500,000 pictures from that project. I needed to something solid to edit my images, like to remove a dead pixel for 100 cameras in a row.
Oh.
Okay, so that really saved me for that project. And you didn't know that. But I was shooting with 24 cameras back then. Now I'm 154. But anyway, coming back.
Continue your story. I want to see if I sound even more important. Okay, go ahead.
Well, yes. So we chatted a little bit. You gave us a few licenses. We chatted for a few months, and at some point I started to do a few workshops. We had one in New York, and once there we had a friend who was from San Francisco. He said, you should go to San Francisco to do a workshop too. And Kim and I were like, okay, yeah, let's do that. So we started to arrange something, and I remember, oh, he's in San Francisco too. So I invited you to the workshop, and then you replied, do you have a place for your workshop? I said, no. And you asked me, you want to do it at Adobe? Yes. and on the same day, you sent another email. Would you like to bring your cameras to Adobe Max? Yes, and that was the first event we did in full 360 and light painting. And that same technique, we did it after that in Madrid, in China, in Dubai, a lot of places in the U.S. And this is like the more unique, the best, the more unique product we have in our company.
So it was a launching point. And
and that was the first one we did in the live event where folks were able to share right away their stuff.
It was really amazing. It was everybody loved that. It was a launching point. I had not seen that done before at an event, and I wanted something unique and special, and you brought it to the event, and everybody loved it. Of course, there was a line, rain or shine,
constant line,
always a line.
Yeah.
And now there's so many people who copy you and do the same thing. Now sometimes it's only done with like 6 cameras, and the person just...
Well, they're using my software. You know
that? Is that right?
This is what that's what we did.
That was off the charts craziness. The person comes in, circular cameras. You're doing light painting around them. Each person custom light painted, and then they send it off. Okay, he looks to camera. Custom light painting for hundreds of users.
Yeah, but we're much better than we were. On that event was a bit hard because we didn't have like a preview right away, but with years of improvement, it's
I launched your success.
You launched our success.
Okay, I'll take credit for that.
Getting prepared for tonight. We'll clean up the tubes.
It's a little bit dusty, sandy.
And do we have a problem with that?
No, it adds texture to the tube.
Yes. Okay, and we're trying to find a composition with this, but here's what's happening here. If I go too much, like on this side, now I'm starting to lose the dip because of the mountain behind. But if I go back here, then I have the glow, the sunset that is not well balanced on one side, but as we have also the moon that is in the sky, it might balance with the fact that the glow is on one side, but I really want to do the composition with this. So here's the first test. Is that the testing pose? Triggers, flashlights, extra batteries, blade, cable stuff, 2 small tripods tonight, and 2 of these cameras, one on top to film a little bit, and good friends. Okay. Don't worry about me. Super special flashlight. Breaking my toy! Yeah, that's better. That's better. You're on the right side now. Three seconds. Okay. Okay, next morning.
Okay, let's try that.
It gets very cold in here. Be prepared if you go to the racetrack, spend the night. We nearly hit the freezing point this morning. Didn't do any light painting, but sun is going to come up.
Yep, that's it. Perfect.
When you go to my website, there's a big sentence. The only source of light is the one in my hand. It's kind of a religious statement for me. That means that I never use a flash on Kim. It's something, the light that I'm using for the light painting, that is lighting up the subject. But I'm open to different things, and especially in moments like this with collaborations. Russell has a bunch of ideas and lights, and when he suggested to put a light behind one of the big rocks, I had no clue what it would look like, but okay, let's try it. And I think it turned out to be the best, the most different thing we've been doing for a while. Having that separation between the two rocks created with the light that you decided to add was a big bonus. So I appreciate that kind of things, even if I have to
Go out of your way.
Yeah, exactly.
I heard you say you never use flash on Kim, and I used flash.
That's
last
different. That's
night.
different.
Yeah, but not during the light painting.
Yeah.
Oh.
No, I use flash without light painting too. But
Okay.
Yeah.
But I try to avoid mixing flash and light painting because to me it doesn't fit. It's not the same colors, and the source of light doesn't come from the same way. So
I must admit, about the light last night, I had experimented there before, and I knew it looked good. So I brought it back up. I recall I said the last time I was there was in my spacesuit outfit and with alien light, and so I was doing some experiments over there. So, but yeah, it worked out quite well. It set the stage for the foreground shot on that. Those were very nice shots.
It's like a bee, you know, when they get their legs out full of pollen.
can you put my beer in there too?